throughout my entire life, the one word that I've been labeled with that gets warped and twisted over and over again, but at no point does someone look at the motive or the reasoning, is the word bitter. Every betrayal, every moment of trauma, every therapy session, every ex, every breakup, every time I move somewhere, it's always, I'm bitter, I'm bitter, I'm bitter. Why? Am I bitter? On paper, the term applies. But is it really bitter when I hate the world and for what it's becoming? Where beauty is all about what clothes you wear, what makeup you put on, how tall, how many blemishes you have or don't have. We'll look at someone with no acne, model-like body, and think they're beautiful, but someone that may be overweight is automatically ugly. Where the rich help the rich and the poor get poorer. Where people are fighting over politics rather than just coming together and saving the country and fixing it. People who are so greedy, bullying, corruption, people who are racist. Is it really bitter when I hate that the world is getting to a point that we can't fix it? Because I'm tired of walking around. I'm tired of opening my phone and there's always some prick thinking they're justified. Have your opinions, whatever gets you through the day. But goddamn, common sense isn't common. A model is just as beautiful as someone who may be overweight and have a few wrinkles and acne. Why does beauty have to be warped? What happened to beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Why does your weight or your size or whatever you wear have to determine how beautiful you are? Huh? People want prettier. Just because you have a pretty face doesn't mean you have a pretty heart. Where people are underpaid. People are out there homeless and no one's helping anyone. People with the resources to stay selfish. And people like us get pushed back and exiled. People who are racist without cause. People who still rock the Confederate flag knowing the history, knowing their side lost. And it's prideful of the wrong things. Doctors who prey on people to get sick so that they still stay in business. Because if you get cured, doctors go out of business. Cops are trying to fill their quotas and stopping people and profiling them. But yet I'm bitter for feeling this way because these things are happening. What's worse is out of my control. What's worse than that is it's out of everyone's control. Everyone talks and lies to themselves and the people around them about fixing the world. Solve world hunger, world peace. That's a fantasy. The day that happens is when dragons exist and take over the planet, like Game of Thrones. You know how we get world peace, solve world hunger, end war? We grow a set and we choose to handle our business. We won't do that. Nowadays, we're living in a bunch of selfish, entitled pricks who like to bitch, moan, and complain. Hell, TikTok and social media, people are so drowned in this fake paradise that we forgot how to have basic human connection. Where people can shake their ass for nothing, get millions of views, but people like me who speak the truth as I do, get half that. Get fucking 10 views. So I'm bitter. Why? Because the world's evolving and not even the people on the planet can fix it. Billionaires won't help. Smart minds won't help. Our priorities will be elsewhere. Musicians will be greedy. Actresses will be greedy. Divorces will go up and up and up. Relationships will be tainted. War will be inevitable. People are going to be divided over politics and be mindless sheep. People are going to be brainwashed by religion and fight over it. People are going to lose perspective, and common sense isn't common. So, I'm bitter? Yeah. I'm bitter because I can be. I'm more justified to be bitter and hateful than anything else. Me being bitter has more control than people have in their own lives. I can choose to be bitter, and I can choose the reasoning. Nowadays, people are living their lives, and they don't even have control of their own actions, apparently. So I'm bitter? Yeah. Because the world's going to shit, and it's out of our control, and we aren't, and we are never going to do anything about it. So next time you see someone who sounds suicidal or has the ideology that they want to end their lives, no matter how well you know them, before you automatically lock them up and put them in a straitjacket or hit a red button like doctors love to do so much, ask them, do they hate life or do they hate what the world's becoming? It's not suicide. Suicide is selfish. Suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. The world going to hell isn't a temporary problem. It's only going one way, and that's down. The world's not going to have an uprising of anything. No, the world's on a complete downward spiral. It's only a matter of time. You have to ask yourself, when is the world going to fully go to shit? When is World War III going to happen? When is a black hole going to suck in the earth? People like me wait for that day. Because I don't want to, because I myself and many others I know, we don't want to end our lives because we hate it. We don't want to stick around when the world's not going to get better. We don't want to stick around if people are never going to help us. We don't want to stick around if we're going to stay going through trauma, homelessness, hunger, poverty. We are not going to stick around if we aren't financially ready, mentally ready for anything. It's not suicide. That's selfish. It's saving ourselves from the inevitable. So next time you talk about ending it, if you're doing it because you're in your own head, don't do it. If it's because you know where shit's gonna go and you want to save yourself, save yourself. We're not heading towards peace or anything. The world's going down a downward spiral. It's inevitable. So if you end up in that mindset where you don't want to be in a planet that's going to get worse, along with your mental health and your livelihood, that's not suicidal. That's being bitter. But I'd rather be cold-hearted and bitter and full of hate than to be this upright supermodel only to prey on insecurities. I'd rather be bitter and hateful than to be a billionaire and not help out everyone I can. I'd rather be hated, hateful, and bitter and live my life rather than fall victim to the cruelty of this world. I'm going out on my terms, not the world's. Because when I die, whenever that may be, if my death doesn't signal some type of revolution, no lives matter. Nothing matters.